Hello everyone, this is Bruno Mpako. Today is the second of the 4th of February 2016. Presenting to you Triple M Global as a project that I've taken the initiative to make sure I extend you deep knowledge on what it entails and what is it actually. So right here we're seeing a brief presentation on how the program works, who are the people in the program, the ideology, and how it operates basically. Triple M Global is a very unique community, they say, because it's been out there since 1994. However, it's had its own challenges along the line. And right now, I can say with bold and confidently that it is now very stable. The approach that the founder, Sergey Mavrodi, is using to deploy the community online is very unique. Triple M Global has brought about great financial freedom. This one is a no-brainer. People suffer everywhere with debts. They are crowded with stress. People cannot pay their bills. People get their cars repossessed or their houses repossessed. They are retrenched from work. They even get sick, and some of them even die because of the stress. I mean, where is the world heading to? Today, you find computers or machineries or innovation taking people's jobs. You see, yesterday you had tellers everywhere in banks. Today you go to the bank, you find just two tellers sitting there, and everybody goes and queue behind the ATM machine to deposit and to withdraw money. So you can see how the world is fast changing. Some few days ago, I went to one of these retail chain stores and I made a purchase. They usually sit a girl on the side who will be taking the parking tickets and swiping the ticket, and I would gain exit from more. But to my surprise, when I went there, she's not taking my ticket. She said the machine can actually scan my receipt code and grant me access to go out of the mall. So I asked her, "Are you sure this is true?" She said, "Yes." I said, "So there goes your job. Basically, you're sitting here now. The reason you're sitting here is just for you to tell people that the system has changed. And after that, you are redundant. You go sit at home." What becomes of this lady now? She had bills to pay. She has a house to rent. But all of a sudden, all that just stopped. Finances stops coming. So the system has changed. After that, you are redundant. So the Triple M community is now some very unique, and we are all looking all at sudden, all that just stopped. Getting finances stops coming. So the system has changed. However, I'm going to tell you what freedom. Financial freedom in the sense that the community itself provides help to other participants in the community. If you are planning to get help, if you are planning to buy a house, or to buy a car, or to buy a fridge, set a target. Once you join the community, you provide help. And at the time you need it, you can even use a calculator and check really how long should I really sit and wait for my funds to grow to an extent where I can buy a fridge. But that's not the real freedom I'm talking about, because just by you sharing the community with other family and friends, you basically get receive passive income on daily basis. People who provide help in the system, you get you get the benefits, by having a commission of 10% of whatever this person pays into the community to provide help. That is really a big breakthrough to me, because first of all, for people to join the community is very simple. Now, just by explaining it to people, they find it very interesting. And if they are becoming very profitable from the system, they are benefiting from the system. You too, you are on your own side getting referral bonuses. That is great. If you lost your job, it doesn't matter. You get something out of the system. The next point says people are now confident to make their dreams come true. Yes, you can now plan to build a house. You can now plan to buy a house debt free. You can even buy a car. You can even feed your family. So it is really a dream come true program. Trust among community members. This is one of the most important things to me, because the world today is really separated. People don't trust one another. Even your wallet, when you hold your wallet, you keep touching your pocket if the wallet is there. You also find people not even trusting their wives. You can imagine that a man will go to work and come back 30 days, receive salaries. The wife cannot even tell what the husband is working, or the husband doesn't know how much the wives get paid on. This is terrible. That's how the current financial system is training people, is groomed people to hate or lost trust from family or friends. You can't even send your son with your cards to go withdraw money from the ATM. That's the system we live in today. The Triple M has come to tell us that we can trust our brothers, we can trust our sisters, we can trust our friends. You provide help to this friend, later another friend somewhere or another member participant elsewhere in the world provide help to you. They don't know you, but they pay money directly into your account. That's a very wonderful thing for me to witness. The next point we're looking at is cryptocurrencies are now on the rise. Bitcoins. You can basically, because it's global. Bitcoin's prices have increased. The demand is now high. It's being traded and exchanged in the community among members and the world. So you can imagine how dynamic the whole community is. You don't rely on the banks to put your money. You don't rely on the banks to receive cash from other community members. You just get a Bitcoin wallet. You even order a debit card from this wallet company, and you walk to the ATM and you can pull your cash from there at any time. You know,
Your request timed out. Please try again.
you are not entangled by the banking systems and the questions they ask you. Where's the money coming from? We really don't live in a free world. Participants across the world can provide help to the community. Anybody, anywhere in the world can join the system. You must not be you must not have a job. You must not be a business person. Even our grandmothers at home, they really would love such a program. They are even there already, because it gives them hope. They can even pay their grandchildren's school fees and all that. Participant makes transfer to each other directly. That is another thing which I want to say. It's unique, because you had to find a company out there or a program out there that is basically for the people. People just trade directly on the system. They don't give money to a company or an organization. The money is being given directly to the participants, the people themselves, you and me. You know, It's amazing. You don't pay a dime. It's free, tax free. You provide help to a friend, and the friend later receive that help from the system as well from another person, or you later receive help from another person from within the community itself. So that is really a very wonderful thing. There are no boss, there's no business, there's no office, just normal people like you and me. Triple M is a community of people providing each other financial help on the principle of gratuitousness, reciprocity, and benevolence. In Triple M, you don't have to make contracts or pledges or you pledge your property. You don't need to go sell your property because you want to make extra income from Triple M. That is not what the community is all about. It's not a profit making machine. It's basically there for you to have financial freedom. So you start small. There's no problem. There's no limit as to how much you can start. But the basic initiative there is to also share the idea to all your friends so they become financially free. Behold, their freedom also gives you percentage based on commissions. And those commissions that you receive can really better your life. So you don't really need to have many to be part of the network. You just need to be a humble and obedient participant. In Triple M, there are no lenders, no debtors. You don't owe anybody. That's why when you start, you must first put something in, like you must first provide help before you can get help. And plus that, there's 30% on top of the help you provide. 30% compounding interest. So nobody lends you money and you don't get into debt. Imagine the banks today, they take money from one person, spread it across their business portfolio and give it as loan to other people. That is, they use your money, your sweat, and they make a lot of money. But in return, they don't give you anything. Even if you're not careful, that money you will even pay charges on that account until the money disappears. Except, of course, you're a business person and then you're trading with the banks, or you are saving a lot of money with them. But the local person who has his little money to save has nothing out of the system. The Triple M has changed all that. Just your membership alone can give you a lot of benefits. Everything is very simple. One participant asks for help, another one helps. The only thing that Triple M demands from its participant is to be honest and kind to each other. You ask for financial help when you need it. You give financial help when you're able to do so. So when you need help, you ask. When you have excess cash or lose cash, you can provide it to the community as a form of help. And thousands of people are on queue waiting to provide help, while also half of that number is also on queue receiving help from the system. So that is just an overview, an ideology, sort of. That is just a basic explanation on how the system works. The inhumane world has turned humanity into money hunting machines. In the morning, you look at thousands of people just moving up and down, going from left and right, looking for money. The town is busy, people are polluting the air. But if you go to the farm, the gardens, the yards, you know, you will find nobody there. The streams are getting polluted. There is no pure environment because of the economic rush. People are now hunting for money, hunting for money. Whereas this money is made out of nothing, out of nothing. So that's really a dilemma, you know. It's really something that has to be corrected, and Triple M Global has come to change that. That financial freedom is financial freedom. That means literally, you don't need to work to be financially free. But if you're working, it's because you want to be productive. If you're working, It's because you want to give back to the society. That is what I call financial freedom. You're not working because you want food on your plate, because you want to pay your daughter's school fees. You're under stress. You get high blood, you get stressed, you fight with your wife at home, you're arrogant. Those are some of the disadvantages. People are being enslaved by banks with loads and loads of debts. They even call you, they send you SMSs, they flash a lot of things for you to come and take money. And when you take that money, you become a slave to them. You pay interest upon interest upon interest. If you don't even have the money, they've set armies of call center agents to call you at odd hours of the night, in the morning. When you're driving to work, they call you, they start telling you all kinds of things. And even if you don't have that money, your name is blacklisted. They call it blacklisting. How can you blacklist a human being? You go to other places to do business or to get a job, they say, sorry, we can't give you this job because you are blacklisted for a debt that you were lured into. Today you become the bad person. When you were paying the debts, they were fine, they were making profit out of you. The moment you stop paying because you could not afford anymore, they blacklist you. Imagine the society we are living in. Imagine that. Yes, the bankers work less. They themselves, the bankers, they sit there with ties in their necks. Oh, not even ties, eh? Because those who really own the banks, you find them in golf courses playing golf while people are queuing every morning going to work. That's what they do anyway. They use your money and they make money out of it, and you are looked as if you are a fool before them. The bankers profit over the well being of people. If you are healthy, they set you in their traps, you have their money, you work for them, putting profit first, resulting in unnecessary suffering, indebtedness, and social ills. People steal today is not because they really want to become thieves. Life is hard. They've made life very difficult for people. You can imagine how difficult it is to survive in a tough economy like this. And when you even lose your job, that becomes worse. So you find people start thinking out of the box. What can I do? They steal, they kill, just to make ends meet. Imagine how human being has been reduced to nothing. Unnecessary suffering. Money does not represent any value, any real value. Nothing real, basically. It's just a paper printed by the elites and distributed according to what they want to, how they want to distribute it. And if you don't go by their rules, they render your currency redundant or useless or valueless. A whole economy crumbles. A whole country goes on their knees because some few people sit there, they don't even know what poverty is, and they pass rules on countries. There's no gold value on this money that we call silver or resources to back it up. It's just paper printed at randomly. You can't eat money. You can't put it on a plate and eat it. It's just a paper. Or build a house of it. You can't do that. But yet, because the way we look at it, we consider it as diamonds, or how do I put it? We consider it as the best thing that can ever happen to us. Millions of participants worldwide need help, and Triple M is here to bring people together to meet those who are in need of your help, and you provide that help. But they reward you 30% growth interest per month for that help that you provided. If you just join, your first help that you provide, you can earn from $20 to $100 just by becoming a member. Provide referral bonuses of 10%, which I just explained previously. So right now, what you're seeing on the screen is actually the website. You can go for South Africa. You can go to rsa-triplem.net. And for other countries, they have their own link. And the global one, if your country is not listed, then you go to triple-mglobal.com, and there you would have to participate as a global participant. So it welcomes, it takes care of everybody. So there is the website, a very simple website, but highly powerful. If you're a programmer, you know what I'm talking about. Very important things to look at. You would see that on the top menu, you can read about what is MMM. You can read the ideology. There are videos there you can watch so that you get to know how the program works exactly. There are testimonials, where in these testimonials you will find people who are really so happy with the program. They are sharing their testimonies. Then on the right top corner, you'll find two buttons. Either you are registering or you are logging into the website to view your account and all that. When you're registering, the fields are very simple and basic. The community itself doesn't is not really interested with your identity. Can I have your fingerprint and all those biometric security features? What are all that for? What is all that for? Just put your nickname if you want, put your email, and the next minute you get a good password, the next minute you are done. So the area that I've circled like this is where you have to register, put your name, put your email, and you also put the email of the person that is inviting you to join. In this case, you can put Bruno at silversolutions.net on the invite section. And that's it. You hit the register button and you're done. You are in the system immediately. Immediately. For those who want to just log into the website, we have very, very serious security tied to the website. We have, I'll start from here. You have a captcha that first detects if you are a human being or if you are a robot. The next screen that comes up is your actual credentials, which will be your email or your phone number and your password. If you forgot your password, you can reset it by getting a new password. And the last screen that pop up before you get in is additional security, which either the system you can request for SMS tables, which will come to your phone and you can put it in, or a Google authentication key that guarantees that you has that key. Voice call, and you follow the prompt and you are in. Right down here, you can see that it's the content of the website is still encrypted. There is the SSL certificate, secure socket layer certificate, and there's the link. You can see how secure it is. So once you log into the website, the first thing that you'll find is the dashboard, which is your back office or your office, as they call it. And there you have very basic buttons. But if you are just registering, you make sure you put your bank account into the system. Otherwise, you have to click provide help, or you are checking if you have points ripe in the system defrosted that you can get help out of it if you want to. So the screen that you're seeing here is when you click provide help, it will pop up and ask you to read the warning, which is a fair warning. Nothing goes for nothing. You must understand that everything there is risk. Once you accept that checkbox, it takes you to the next screen where you have bitcoins and uh, other bank accounts that you can choose to send help through. And yeah, once you select those ones, you now it will now take you to a next screen. This screen now has to do with deciding what help you have. What is the loose cash you have? You can provide the help here. You type the amount. Once you type the amount, you select it. It comes down below. You also enter the same amount and you click next. And after you click next, you enter your security to confirm that it's a human being actually that is executing that transaction. And the minute you are done, boom, you find yourself back to your dashboard with a card that explains that you provided help of what amount and the dates and is on dispatch queue, meaning that they would soon assign it to a community member that would say you would get the bank details for you to send the money to. And that's it. That's how simple it is. No complicated things. For those who are already members or you really want to understand help, you can see varieties of figures lying left and right. Some will be your actual uh, help that you provided, which is growing by 30%. Sometimes you may take note that it has to false. False, you can be able to pull it. Also, it's very important because if you see red, you know this as funds that are still yet to be defrosted or to be confirmed. Once they are confirmed, it goes to green and you can pull it out of the system via Bitcoin or via cash. They'll immediately ask a community member who is willing to provide you that money cash. So that is just about it with Triple M. There's a lot of things which I'll keep sharing. I'll post more videos on other aspects. You guys can post your comments below. And for those who claim that Triple M is a scam, they must really go think again, because if you've not experienced anything that we community members are experiencing, you shouldn't say anything. The biggest scammers are the banks and the insurance and all the corporate entities that are enslaving people. If you're one of them, well, you better start looking for ways to start earning passive income from other channels, because Triple M is taking over and the world is going to be transformed. And you should not even sit there and say people who are joining Triple M, they are lazy people, they don't want to work. That's a very big lie, because it's a community that does a lot of things. If you go to the website, you will find that we also do voluntary services to several various different places. We also, just by being a member on the website, you have a task to make sure that you pay whatever you are paying. You also introduce the system to your friends and teach them how to become profitable and also how to become productive in the system. There is even a greater level which they call manager level. When you get to be a manager, you can help manage other participants of the system. So I can't explain much. For now, I would end here. But I want to let you know that the founder of this system, the legendary Segi Mavrodi, we want to thank you so much. I personally want to thank you because all your stress that you went through and all the suffering that you went through, at last there is something that people worldwide are happy about. More grace to your endeavors. And as I speak here today with confidence and joy in my heart, I will continue to promote this work until I myself I can no longer speak, because I have seen the world suffer a lot. My heart bleeds every day to see people sit on the street on pavement looking for jobs. I see people walking under the sun every day just to make ends meet. That alone to me pains me a lot. But I thank you very much that you have been able to redeem man from stress and debt, and that this community should live longer and longer and longer. Thank you very much. Over.